Good morning, everybody. It's Lance of Lance's Car Life. I'm waiting to go into work today. I'm just sitting here in my car in the AC, and it's been a little while. To let you know what's been going on with me. Well, I got to do more videos, I know that, but we're going to talk about what happened yesterday. Now, yesterday for me was really good, believe it or not. I actually had three clients come in, so 3 appointments. And the fourth, I totally forgot about. Let's talk about that. Well, our meetings are at 8:30 in the morning, like a lot of places. So I walked downstairs after the meeting. We got done early. There's a customer sitting at my desk. Now, this is the one I'll be the first person to admit. I actually totally forgot she was coming in. It was literally a client that I had that I sold 3 years ago to the day, and it was a lease. And she wanted to buy out her lease. Well, back then, I let you guys know she had a Kia Sorento. Her lease was $260 a month. Now, I told her over the phone last week, and I reiterated this morning that a $260 a month payment is really not realistic anymore. And I couldn't go new because leasing for everybody is absolutely awful right now. I can't do anything about that. So she elected to buy out her lease, but her lease buyout was $17,500. So obviously, with no money out of pocket, getting that $270 a month payment just wasn't going to work. And the credit was okay now. She was good then, but it's okay now. So once I did that, we got it finally done. We got her closed at $360 a month. But she's very happy. She's going to send me customers. No problem. Or at the same time, I had a scheduled delivery come in an hour early. This is right around 10:30. He was been there at noon. So I had to hustle, get the rest of the paperwork together because I totally forgot about the first appointment I had today. Well, that was actually relatively easy. He purchased a Kia Forte. He already had 3 before in the past. I don't have to go over much. Pretty much a little bit of a grinder because he was another one of those. He was actually had a national lease from 3 years ago, which was $179. But this time around, he did not have the inception fees. So basically, we did a lot of stuff over the phone on Friday. Excuse me, not yesterday, but on Friday. So we still got it done. The payment is actually really good at $225 a month on a lease. We considered he only put down, $1,225. Plus he had equity in his trade, so that worked there a lot also. So everything's nice, humming along. So around 1 o'clock, my appointment number 3 comes in. Now, this was a scheduled appointment. They came in to look at a used Sportage, which was fine, but at the same time, my 4 o'clock appointment decides to show up. So let me explain what happened here. Well, my scheduled appointment, that supposed to been there on time, was there on time. They grew up a long way away. Now, with these folks here, if you look at their credit portfolio, it really didn't make any sense because there was a bankruptcy. But it looked like they had 7 cars that went down in a bankruptcy. It made no sense the way it read. So we show them a Sportage. They want to look at a Chevy Trailblazer also. So I explained to the clients, okay, this vehicle is going to be a little bit smaller. So keep that in mind. So they drove it, hated it. Went back to the Sportage. Now, obviously, with on their credit portfolios, the rate was not going to be very good. And all honesty, they got sub 20%, which we're all shocked on that. So we get them closed up. They're nice. They're happy. They love me. They're going to bring me clients. So that part's really good. Now, the other one that came in early. Now, this is the one that makes no sense. She comes in way early. Now, when I talked to her on Wednesday, she said that her mother was going to co-sign for her. So I'm thinking, okay, I didn't do any credit on, I didn't have them do an online application, anything. They were admitted to come in. I said, okay, fine, come on in. Well, she comes in by herself early. And I was jammed up doing I had my scheduled clients. I just finished up the delivery, so I gave it to my associate that I've known for a long time. Well, come to find out, and this is my fault. I should have pre-qualified a little bit more. That's my fault as a salesperson. But that's okay. But they wanted to come in, so I didn't argue. The lady makes $13 an hour at 30 hours a week. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, and I'm getting told this. as I'm running around, I was like, great, you're gonna need mom anyway. Well, come to find out, she had a repossession about a month ago. Say, okay, and she had no money down. Because a repossession in our business is not a death sentence, but you can still get dunked. We have a couple of lenders will still do it with minimum $2,500 down. Well, she didn't have that. She had an old beat up Ford Taurus, and okay, it's a $500 car. So she calls her mom. Her mother only gets $800 a month in Social Security, and she was on that loan that got taken back. So after all of that, I feel bad for this. I had another salesperson time wasted only because I didn't do my job and pre-qualify, even though the customer's already committed to coming in. So you just got to understand that's the way it works sometimes. In all honesty, I was snooping around at the end because I had a couple hours right after 4 o'clock. We close at 6 on Saturdays. I was snooping around for another client just to see if I had anybody come in. Well, today being Sunday, I do have a client coming in. He just couldn't make it in yesterday. And I have another client that I couldn't get a hold of because he was looking at a Subaru WRX that is finally completed in our service department. So it was one of those ones to where I just couldn't get a hold of him. So that's how my Saturday was. Now, I wanted a nice, good start of the month, which I really do right now. I mean, the month's starting really, really good. It's as of the 9th, which is the day Sunday, I have 6 units sold. And I'm trying to keep it to where I have a car sold every day, even though my month started goofy. Because I sold a car on the first day of the month, then all of a sudden, I had a 4-day stretch where I didn't sell anything. So I've been hitting it hard, working hard this month, taking care of my clients. I have a few clients that we have some WEO work done too. And people got to understand this too. The sale does not stop once you shake their hand and they leave. Like, perfect example. On Friday, I sold 2 used cars. Well, one of them, we had a WEO a detail, which was fine. Customer's totally fine with that. Well, come to find out, he bought a pre-owned Ford Escape that side keypad is inoperative. So I got to make sure on Monday that gets taken care of. And I have another client that I sold a vehicle to 20-some days ago, but she's been out of town. But now she drove so many miles, she started to put 5,000 miles on the vehicle, and we owed her a full detail. So tomorrow, I got to come in and make sure all that stuff is squared away. And obviously, I have a couple cars I sold that I'm going to make sure that everything as far as the surveys are good. Even though the new car I sold at the beginning of the month, the wife drives and the husband doesn't know if she understands the features. And this one of those situations where they're from Eastern Europe, her English isn't the best, so he had to translate everything when I did the delivery. It is one of those little things you just got to make sure you got to stay on top of. Now, do I think I'm going to have a good month? Absolutely. Now, do I know where to go? Now, we're only 9 days into the month. There's a bunch of stuff going. I got cooking. Now, for somebody like me who's watched my channel knows, I do a lot of subprime sales. And I got a lot of stuff cooking right now. I mean, you got to understand this. It's not the secondary sales when I got into business 20 years ago. I mean, a lot of these customers is just straight up scheduling. I mean, especially a lot of them work second and third shifts, so I got to work around their schedule. And a lot of it is too, is like, a lot of these people might only have $500, $1,000 down, may not have it right away. So I'm trying to explain to basically my boss, hey, they're not going to come in same day. Even though a lot of them want to come in same day, they don't got everything I need, because I want to make sure everything's done and ready when they come in. Meaning, I make sure I got all their pay stubs in order. If we need like a utility bill, proof of residency, references, all that. I want them to be ready when they walk through the door. So when they're ready, I'm ready. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, and plus like the inventory on new cars, and this is still with everybody, just still isn't there right now. Even though, like at my store, I sell Kias. We have inventory, but it's the wrong inventory, and I mean it's high dollar stuff that we have at the moment. So it becomes a little bit of a struggle, but it doesn't, and everybody's flipping out because of interest rates, this and that. I'm still have customers right now fighting on, at least for our prime customers, still fighting with me on these other, and I'm not going to name names, other YouTube channels, tell them to do this and that, is bad information. I'm still dealing with that one TikToker that telling people the down payments are illegal, and that's a whole different conversation with customers. Just a lot of things I got going on this month. Now, I've been rambling on for a while now, but I wanted to let everybody know what was going on. Now, if you like these type of videos where I'm talking, please let me know. Always like, share, subscribe. I'm always here. And I want to try to do these more. I got to do a lot more of these driving in videos. A lot of that's got to do with, there's a lot of my mind even driving into work or driving out to work. So hopefully we get to see a lot more. Well, folks, I'm going to get off here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's on the long side, but I hope I do more of these videos. And this is Lance of Lance's Car Life.